The official Nikkei Twitter just made a tweet containing a recap of statistics that they believe are important enough to document, along with a tweet stating, "Dear Commanders, thank you for your active participation and suggestions during the global closed beta test. Check out the combat statistics of the closed beta test tidied by the central government below. Stay tuned for the official launch of Goddess of Victory, Nikkei." Now, I will note, immediately they go on to state, stay tuned for the official launch, which very likely means that this is the final global closed beta for the game before it officially launches. Before we go any further, I just want to take a moment here to thank all of the absolute chads and chadettes that support this channel via Patreon. You're all freaking legends. Seriously, each and every single one of you. I would offer to give each of you a kiss, but I suffer from severe intimacy issues. Additionally, if you want to stay up to date with all the latest MMO gacha and gaming news, take a second here to follow Mrs. Stix and I over on Twitter. We tweet daily. Now, I went ahead and I opened each of these in a new tab. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at them. Part 1, which Nikkei did you pick? The most active Nikkeis, ranking with the highest use rate. Number 1 at Rappy with an overwhelming 64%. Number 2, Soline. I never even received Soline. Number 3 at 52% was Mary. Number 4 at 47% was Emma. And number 5 at 46% was Miranda. Now, I got Emma. I had Rappy. I think I may have gotten Mary at one point, but most of these characters I either didn't have or I didn't use. The most popular Nikkeis, ranking of Nikkeis who received the most gifts. Well, technically, they should probably be the same as these, right? These were the most used, these should be the most gifted to as well. But let's see. Rappy, Annis, Volume, Mihara, and so. See, I had Mihara, I had Volume, I think I had Annis in my party too. Not entirely sure. Nikkei's life outside the battlefield. Nikkei's who went to find a job. 778,000 were dispatched in a special bulletin board. The living environment, an average of 3.7 buildings were constructed in the Outpost defense. So I'm gonna be real here. That means a lot of people pretty much completely ignored the headquarters. Infrastructure maniac, 282 players built all the buildings in the Outpost, which means that of the thousands of people that were participating in the beta test, the vast majority of them chose not to waste much time in the Outpost itself. And if I'm being honest, I built a grand total of 1 building. Feedback report part 2, Nikkei team attack. There were a grand total of 4.9 million encounters total. I guarantee you only a few hundred of those were me. There were 112,576 bosses that were killed. 121 of the beta testers managed to clear stage 1224. In the roughly what, 4-5 days I spent playing it. I think I made it through chapter 4, maybe chapter 5 at max. Most helpful commanders, 4 commanders cleared every side mission. So out of thousands of people, 100 of them managed to clear every single chapter, and only 4 people total managed to clear all of the side content, which means one of two things. Either the side content was horrendously boring and absolutely nobody wanted to actually participate in it, or the bulk of the game, which are chapters 1 through 12, just took up such an overwhelming amount of time that they just couldn't find the time to actually engage in the side content. Or maybe they just participated in most of the side content, but not all of it. Additional report, superior commanders. The highest floor in tower that commanders cleared was floor 33. Tactical retreat. All players failed a total of 373,000 stages. I failed one single one, and that was because it was some weird kind of elite encounter that I stood absolutely no chance of winning. I gotta zoom in a little closer to these statistics just because I need a better view of just how large the number is. Okay, so jokes aside, let's fight for coordinated operations. All players participate in a total of 60,723 coordinated battles. And that seems to be it for the statistics. Well, you know what? Maybe it's maybe it's not a good idea to scroll down in the comments, because some of those tweeted replies are a little bit not safe for work. But apparently global launch is coming very soon. If you're curious of my opinions on Nikkei, I would urge you to go ahead and check the video that's on screen right now. That has my thoughts on the global closed beta test for it, not the official version that we're gonna get when it launches. Or alternatively, there's another video on screen with regards to all of the confirmed upcoming gacha games slated for release this year.